Yo, it's your boy Rev City on the check-in with Brianna at Hip Hop United. Let's get it. Let's go. Shouts out to Bob. Shouts out to GWD. Shouts out to GMG. Shouts out to DJ Killer Kev. It's going down. It's your boy, Rev City, the Drip God. Let's go. Y'all make sure y'all go grab that Drip God tape on all major platforms. Y'all can follow me on IG at Rev City, REVCITY. Let's get it.
Okay, Hip Hop United All Access. This is Brianna, and we're here live today with the one and only Rev City. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I do appreciate you for joining me today. Introduce yourself.
It's your boy Rev City, aka the Drip God from Detroit. You know, it's going down. Drip God project out right now.
Well, Detroit is definitely in the building. Once again, you know, I appreciate you for checking in. So what inspires you to get into music?
What inspired me to get into music was my older cousin. Like he was an artist and he used to rap all the time. I used to just love the way he used to just be putting words together. And I'm like, man, I want to be like him one day. So me and one of my other cousins, we formed a group and just, you know, we went for what we know, and it panned out for us, you know.
Okay.
So, for sure.
Okay. That's what's up. So now you said you got your inspiration from your cousin. So
yeah, I got them.
Okay. Now, when you started rapping, did you know what type of genre you wanted to be in? Did you want to just make?
Not really, because you know I always played instruments because I was in the marching band. You know, my dad a pastor, so I was always in church, so I was playing the drums and stuff like that. And I was just always good with instruments. So I knew I started doing beats and engineering. So I knew, I'm like, okay, but I didn't know which way I was going to go with it. And so when I started doing music, I had this real raspy voice because I was trying to set myself apart because I was in a group. So when I changed it up, I'm like, okay, yeah, this dope. So then I started, like, a lot of people start saying, oh, he got the raspy voice, but do he got the bars? You know what I'm saying? Right. So then I had to, like, when I did my solo stuff, I had to like switch it up a little bit. And then they started seeing me how to melodies and all that stuff. So yeah, I just switched it up, and you know, but he was my inspiration to doing music because he was doing music and he was going to the studio recording, and I was a kid and I was looking at him like, wow, that's dope. And I just always knew that music was in me. Didn't want to do nothing else. No 9 to 5, no nothing.
Got you. So that takes me to my next question. What sets you apart? Like what makes you stand out?
What makes me stand out, because I know the game is 90% business and only 10% talent, but I'm gifted. So at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people don't understand the difference between being gifted and being talented. The people that's talented outwork the gifted because we can do it in our sleep. So it's like I go to bed every night thinking of that, like, oh man. So I'm gifted. I know it's easy for me to be able to do everything I want to do in this music game. But the talented is outworking me right now, because when I'm asleep or trying to be hugged up or whatever the case may be, they working because they trying to be on my level. So I said, oh no, I got to work. I sleep when I die. So, you know, that's the model of the situation.
Got you. So now, what have you been doing though to stay productive during the pandemic?
The pandemic, I was locked in the studio, actually, working on projects. I had a lot of artists that I was working on projects with, and I was just locking in, doing albums and working on my album personally. I was working on the Drip God project, you know, so at the end of the day, I did like 13 songs, but actually I did 50. And I just picked out of 50, 13 of them. That was the hottest. I just put them together. Yeah, because I'm like probably 5,000 songs in all 2020. So
you were definitely putting in work. So you made 50 songs during the pandemic.
Oh yeah, I made 50 songs. I made 50 songs in like, probably take me 2 weeks, two weeks to do 50 songs.
Okay.
So I maybe drop 3 or 4 songs a day, 5 songs a day. It just depending on how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? So it may be day I do 5, and maybe a day I do 10, and maybe a day I only do 3. You know.
Well, that's good to have like a huge body of work, so that way you can have a great selection to choose from, just in case, like you said, depending on how you feeling. And,
Right.
and is that how you make your music too, or is your music based off of your mood and how you're feeling?
Yes, everything is freestyle. Everything that I do, I don't write on paper. So it's like all my records is just how I'm feeling at the moment. Or if I'm talking to somebody, or if I'm riding around and I see, like, a lot of people don't know, real artistry is what you see. Sometimes you can be just riding in the car and see something different and you can talk about it. Or, I travel from state to state and get to seeing different sceneries and I get to talking about it. Or maybe it may be somebody said to me and gave me a topic, and I just go off of whatever, they said, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I just go off of that.
Got you. What's the best advice that you've received so far throughout your career, and something that's actually helped, you in your career?
My career, never take nobody for granted, because you never know who a person is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I learned this from Lil Flip. He told me, he said, Rev, like, sometimes we got to understand, like, just because a person ain't on your level at the moment don't mean they can't help you, because at the end of the day, you may see the same person that was in the copy machine room may be the president of the label next year. So you never know what the situation is, so you don't look down on nobody, and never stop working. Never stop, no matter how the obstacles. A lot of people told me, like, oh yeah, I was the underdog. I was always the underdog. But I just felt like if I kept working and I put God first, everything else was gonna fall in place.
Absolutely. Now, do you have any dream collaborations of artists that you want to work with?
Yeah, it's a couple artists I want to work with, but the main artist I really want to do a record with Sade and Jill Scott. I just always wanted to, because the Drip God tape, the Drip God tape I put out is more of me being ratchet. The more I have melody records, I have pop records, I have all different type of records, because I'm just not in one box. So yeah, I really wanted to work with Sade and Jill Scott. I always wanted to work with Sade, like,
Wow. Okay.
since I was a kid.
That's interesting, because I hear a lot of rappers saying they want to collab with Sade, and not as much as the Jill Scott, but they definitely say Sade. What is your reason why you want to collab with her?
The music, it does, like, okay, since I was a kid, my father used to play Sade so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the effect her music have on me, like when you make feel good music that touch a person, like I could listen to her music and relate, and whatever I'm feeling at that moment, it hits me extra hard. I'm like, oh yeah. And then the way it's arranged, I'm a musician, so it makes me feel like, oh wow. You know what I'm saying? I really want to do something with her, like she don't do too much or too less. You know what I'm saying? Just right, you know?
Definitely. I can definitely feel you, because she does make feel good music, and she has a nice voice, and she mostly she makes grown folks music.
It's a whole vibe. Whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Whole vibe.
Most definitely. Now let's get into your music, the new single you're pushing. Let's talk about it.
Okay, I put my new single was called Cook Up. It's on the Drip God tape. It's called Cook Up, and the video is out right now on YouTube. It's definitely a smash, and that's like one of the first records I did off the tape. It was kind of funny because actually one of my cousins came over to my crib and to the studio and was listening to my album that I had previously before the Drip God tape. And he was like, you know what, Rev? He was like, I know we got industry music and we got the industry sound on lock. He said, but I need you to get a little ratchet, because I know what they want to hear. And I was kind of upset, because I'm like, dang, I just finished this whole album. I done picked out all these records I done. So now I gotta go start over from the beginning. So he made me so mad to the point when he walked out the door, it had to be like 10 o'clock my time. Maybe I didn't go to bed till 9:30 the next morning, because I dropped 5 records, but I wanted to make sure they was the right sound. So when my other engineer got to the studio, he was like, wow. He was like, let me hear what you did. And I'm like, I played the records, and he was like, oh, I got to mix this now. He's like, this is the type of time I'm talking about. So the next time my cousin came to the house, he like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. So from there, I just finished the album. It took me 2 weeks to finish the whole album. And it was because I was falling in love with records. That's why I don't like listening to records too long, because I get the liking records and I get the loving on a record. And it's like, when you an artist, you can't love on a record because just because I like it don't mean they gonna like it. So I had to go by people want to hear. So I did a little listening party, and they picked every song that I thought they would pick. They picked. So that's what completed the album.
Gotcha. Okay, so basically you're more of a all right, so you're not more of a millennial rapper basically, but the song that you're the music that you're making now, you're making today's sound.
I mean, I just with the time, like I do feel good music. I like ratchet stuff. I like I like ratchet. I like the feel good. I like the R&B. I like, you know what I'm saying? So like I can switch. I can do it all. So it's just like it just comes natural. So
gotcha.
like, I'm just not in one box. I'm all over with it. I can do anything, when it comes to music.
Well, that's definitely great. Being a triple threat, because you don't want to just be boxed into one style of or one genre of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can be versatile with it, that's most definitely, a plus for sure. So now let's any other singles or songs off of the album that you just
I put another single out on YouTube, which is a video. It's called Go Go, featuring Dash Jordan and Big Wine, and those are my brothers that I was in a group with when we had our deal. So, actually we we collab a lot. So that's the second single that I had just put out on the Drip God tape.
Okay.
And the next one would be Big Vhecks. So, I'm wrapping up the video and everything like that. So
okay.
Just go.
Definitely. So now you're in Michigan right now. Is it kind of shut down in Michigan? Are y'all still shut down?
Yeah, everything is shut down, and then we got like it's full of snow. So like everything is shut down from the COVID, and then by it snowing today, it's like everybody just shut in the house. So it's like, but I'm still working. I still got photo shoots and video shoots to do. So hey, the snow ain't gonna stop me.
I have to ask because I'm in Atlanta and we have not shut down yet. Okay.
Wow.
We need to, but no, it's just a lot going on here, and just found out yesterday that they're bringing All-Star here.
Wow.
So that's it's like, we don't need that. And that's just going to bring more of the crowd, because we always have a whole bunch of people traveling from all over the world, because it's like we're the only ones that's open. But I had to ask you that because I was just trying to see, are you doing any shows or anything right now? But
right now, I've been doing promo runs. Like we've been having like little halls opening and people throwing the open mics and stuff like that. So I know a lot of promoters here, so I just been doing like a promo run. So I just treat it like this if the label sent me on a promo run. So which is the label did. They like, man, whatever event you can do right now, you need to be on it. So I just go do a couple of events, and or even if it's just a walkthrough, I go and chill and listen to other talent, because I'm not biased to other music. I love good music when I hear it. So whether it's me or whoever else it is, you know what I'm saying? I just believe in supporting, because I'm the same dude that wants support too. So I believe in supporting everybody. If music hot, I'm with it,
Absolutely. So what else can we look forward to from you?
Well, right now, y'all can look forward to I'm coming out with every song on the tape gonna have a video.
Okay.
actually, I'm working on a film too, as we speak, working on a comedy. Then I got like a lot of production credits coming out and a lot of, you know, engineering credits coming out that I work with different artists and, you know, got things done and, you know, wrote for other artists and stuff like that. So it's a lot coming from Rev City and it's not gonna stop.
Okay. Now, what's your placement with the film? Like, are you gonna be acting?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be acting. I'm gonna be acting. I actually wrote the film. I'm gonna be acting, and you know, I got a couple actors and a couple major actors, and I got a couple of independent actors that's gonna be a part of this film. So it's gonna be real dope. It's gonna be real dope. And as soon as I get the rest of the stuff locked in, I'll be able to, you know, talk about it a lot more. And when I actually before I drop the film, I'm actually going to come to you and, you know, let you be the first one to, you know, premiere the trailer or whatever.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so you're a rapper and you get into acting. What else should the people know about you?
Well, I'm just a cool dude. I'm a cool laid back dude, and I'm opening new businesses this year. You know, new studio on the way. Actually, so there's going to be my second big studio, and then I have a private studio that I work out of, and then you know, just a lot more to come. There's just so much that I got my hands in, you know, so it's ongoing.
Well, listen, that's how you survive nowadays. Multiple sources of income. That's the
Exactly.
only way. That is
Exactly.
the only way.
Gotta have that. And I learned that from a close cousin. Like, he was just telling me, like, bro, like, look, he was like, if you don't have 11 streams of income, you lost right now. He was like, you need to be all over getting your hands in everything. And I ain't understand it at first, but because I was just focused on the music.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I saw how he put it together, I said, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. And then my management, shout out to Bob, he showed me, like, bro, this is what you got. This is what you got to do. This is what you got. So I'm like, okay, cool. I never been focused on nothing else but music. So once he got to showing me, like, okay, this is the ropes. This is the ropes. This is what you do. And I was like, okay, I see what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this and put it with this. And I just crossing my T's, dotting my I's, like, okay, I see it, I got it. Okay, it's on. It's on the flow.
Right. Well, you're definitely in a good position, because if you're doing engineering and producing, just if you might not even want to get behind the mic, you still have other talent to still, you know, be resourceful and make money by just producing for people and, you know, mix and mastering. So you most definitely know what you're doing. I could tell.
And you know, that's crazy, because what made me I always engineered. I always did beat. But what really made me do it, and what really made me just like, oh, I'm about to take this serious, because I'm getting mad. Because people was like, different engineers would play with me, producers, you know, you would get a beat from somebody, then they'll come back later and say, well, no, you this did this, and I think I was like, you know what, let me go sit down in the studio. And, you know, I stayed in the studio for 3 months straight without going home. I was eating ramen noodles, laying on the couch, and it just go hard at, like, the mixing and the mastering. It just made me sit down. I already knew how to do it, but, you know, it's just like riding a bike. If you don't do it for so long, you get rusty. It's like skating, you know. And I had got rusty my ears because I was more so listening to music as an artist, not as an engineer. Because, see, engineers, if you really understand, engineers don't bang music real loud like that because they're trying to save their ears. Me, I was listening to music as an artist. Oh, I want to turn it up. I want to get hype. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not even thinking that I'm messing up. So I had to just learn. It just took me a minute to sit down and say, you know what, buckle yourself down, because my grandparents always told me, only your food don't study what they love. So I went hard at it.
There you have it. So let everybody know how you can be followed, how you can be reached.
You can reach me on Instagram at Rev City, RevCity. Twitter at Rev City, RevCity. TikTok, the same thing. Facebook is Delvicio Anthony, DelveeChioAnthony.
Okay, how do you say that?
Delvicio Anthony.
Okay. Okay.
That's my real name switched up. It's like my middle name first and my first.
Okay. Okay. Now, what about the YouTube channel?
YouTube channel, Rev City,
Okay.
RevCity. So, y'all make sure y'all lock in and let's run it up.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Was there anything else that you want to let the listeners know that I didn't ask you about?
I just wanted to know that, like, I feel like this is one of the dopest, firest, ratchetest projects I ever put out. And I'm going to keep giving my all. I'm going to keep giving it 1,000, 1,000,000% every time I come, every time I drop. I just want to do a couple shout outs. Shout out to GWD, GMG. Shout out to Bob, which is the CEO and my manager. Shout out to Tone Tone, which is another CEO. So, you know what I'm saying? We, did the joint venture. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to the whole GMG clique. Shout out to the whole GWD clique. And, shout out to everybody that's making this possible. And shout out to you.
Definitely. There it is.
Appreciate you.
And I do appreciate you for checking in and taking the time to speak to Hip Hop United.
I'm always ready, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.